Yeah, he's definitely on drugs, bro. There's no way that you do this shit sober. I know he was exposed that he was taking pills and shit. He's one of these people that just make streaming look bad.
#1, call the police. Let's go.
No intro today, black.
That is VTuber. Wow. VTubers are out here talking about the Johnny Somali situation. Oh my god.
The most hated IRL streamer on the planet has absolutely lost his mind, running in his underwear on the streets of Seoul and harassing everyday.
Oh my god. This is literally what I heard. He wants to fuck his life up. Asian people are way too nice. The only Asian people that don't fuck around is Chinese people, bro. Minor inconvenience, they throw your in there for like 30 years. You saw how they did Leangelo over a pair of sunglasses. But in South Korea, it's like they will not arrest you, bro. Like you dead have to commit violation after violation after violation. They're probably not gonna give him no substantial time. The people in South Korea are too nice, man.
Hey citizens, that stream was so bad that the only live streaming platform on the planet that hasn't banned him yet has finally decided to ban him.
You get banned from party.
Officially has 0 platforms to stream on and earn money on. But that's the least of his worries because he got arrested yet again after running around half naked on the street, and in just the last couple of days has broken over a dozen new laws. The guy wants the maximum prison sentence at this point. It's insane. But what the hell's happening and how did we—
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Is this build? You know who he looks like? He looked like this chef from Ratatouille, bro. You know who I'm talking about. This is what he look like. This is what he looked like to me, bro. How you got a head that big and no brain?
Well, let's talk about it. Johnny's story started on none other than Kick.com, unsurprisingly. He would travel to Japan in 2023 and would stream himself committing public nuisance crimes, harassing—
Yo, what the f***, gang? Nah, he need to get eviscerated, bro.
people on the metro, disrespecting every aspect—
Oh, he terrorizing the ABGs? Oh my god. Arigato gozaimasu. What? I would have been there, bro. If I would have known fine would have needed me, I would have jumped in there like Captain America. I would have had my full shield. Ugh. I'd have pushed the f out of him, bro. Fine shit.
public nuisance crimes, harassing people on the metro, disrespecting every aspect of Japanese culture, and eventually sneaking onto a construction site.
Bro, this dead ass looks like some GTA. This looked like a GTA 6 lobby. You know that little construction site in the middle of the map? He's dead wearing a GTA outfit, bro.
Breaking multiple laws in the process and getting arrested. Japan wasn't really used to having cases like this.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a cool little, that's a cool little cell. Yo, American cells look so much more worse. In Japan, they give you a toilet, a sink. It's not all in one. You get a chair and a TV, a nice bed, blankets. Shit, they got too much decency over there.
But eventually, he did get around 1 month of prison time before being released and banned from ever coming back.
A month?
People were hoping that this would traumatize him enough for him to stop, but no. He actually was only getting started. A few months later, he traveled yet again and got arrested by Israeli police for harassing a woman on the street. This only resulted in him spending time in jail overnight though, as he was released quickly and without consequences, emboldening him further. Months would pass yet again, and this time he would decide that his next destination of public nuisance was going to be South Korea. Just like in Japan, he was rude, he was loud, he was obnoxious, harassing people on the street, in public transport.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. He looks ugly as fuck. He looks like one of those characters from like those old like 2000s movies. Like, do you ever watch the movie Monster House? Like, he looks CGI.
He clearly had learned nothing from his previous 2 destinations. But the first crime he actually committed was obstruction of business in a 7-Eleven when he got some noodles and decided to spill them on purpose on one of the tables that you can eat on. This was while his speaker was very loudly playing his viewers' donations.
Well, Asian countries is all about respect. You're not supposed to wear your shoes in the house. You're supposed to respect the elderly. They got trash, like, trash bins everywhere. It's nice and clean and orderly. And you just going in there and fucking it all up. This is why Asian people hate tourists, bro. They hate foreigners. I'm gonna be honest. I don't blame them. I genuinely don't. When you got somebody like Johnny Somali running around terrorizing their server, bro, it's over with.
As he screamed and berated staff that was trying to make him stop. It was a very hard watch. But of course, knowing him, this was
Who
only
the fuck is tuning into a Johnny Somali stream? The only reason why I know who he is because there's just mad exposed videos, and every time you see him, you're just like, yo, how's the situation just gets worse.
Shortly after, he would go to a very important statue in Korean society and twerk on it, then kiss it. This is a statue that is meant to symbolize the women that suffered sexual abuse throughout World War II when Japan invaded. To say that this is disrespectful is an understatement. At this point, the South Korean authorities couldn't ignore this anymore. And
oh my god. They got a RICO. Oh my god. Is this from the government? Nah, who made this? Johnny Somali, real name Ramsey Khalid Ismail, is a nuisance streamer and professional vertically challenged manlet with the charisma of a crushed slug and multiple perversions. I'm not reading all that.
Scheduled a trial around the end of December 2024. He was finally going to face justice, but unfortunately, very shortly before the trial, they decided to delay it until March 7th, 2025. Many people were unhappy with the fact that he was going to spend 3 more months in South Korea wreaking havoc. But Legal Mindset, a lawyer that's been very closely following Johnny Somali's antics and reporting on them, said that the reason they would delay a trial by this long is because they had more charges planned. You see, Johnny was under the impression that he was only going to get charged for one thing, and that's obstruction of business. He was also carefree, thinking that if something bad did actually happen, he could just plead insanity. This would reduce his punishment considerably and let him leave the country. Unfortunately for him, though, he was absolutely delusional if he thought he was going to get out of this easily. March 7th, 2025 finally arrived, and Legal Mindset actually attended the trial personally. Johnny had shown up an hour late, drunk, wearing an oversized suit belonging to his only friend in South Korea, Hank, and a MAGA hat. Now, personally, I'm quite jealous of Legal Mindset because he got to see something up close and personal that many of us couldn't see because cameras weren't allowed in the trial. He got to see Johnny's smile go from this to this as the judge announced that there were going to be 3 additional charges.
They don't have no like court cams. I gotta see that. I'm not gonna lie. That's when reality set in. If he made that expression, then why, you feel me? Like, why would he continue doing this? Does he not give a fuck about his life?
Instead of 1 count of obstruction of business, there were 2 counts. And additionally, there were also 2 violations of the Minor Crimes Act. He was completely blindsided by this, but surprisingly, he still pled guilty to every single charge. He was able to get more time though because Johnny's lawyer argued that they needed more time to prepare for these additional charges. So the trial got delayed by around a month and it'll happen on April 9th, 2025. But of course, Johnny just couldn't resist letting this trial end normally. As the courtroom was talking, he stuck his tongue out in a show of disrespect, and as he was leaving the courtroom, he proclaimed that South Korea is nothing more than a US vassal state. But here's the thing, usually if you're a person that has somewhat—
Bro, normally that's some shit that you say when you beat the case and you're leaving, not during the middle of it. Bro, South Koreans are way too nice, bro. They need to throw his ass. They need to throw him the book. He's one of those people that will do anything for clout, even at the expense of himself and others, which means that he's just an all-around safety risk. He needs to be locked up for his own protection. He needs to learn a lesson, bro. He already dodged a bullet in Japan. I'm saying like 5 years. I'm just gonna be honest. He needs 5 years. It's a huge risk that 5 years won't do shit because he's like, what, 24, 25? When he comes out, he'll be like, what, 29, 30? And he'll probably still be on the same shit.
What of a brain. You would maybe, I don't know, calm down until your next trial, especially after being surprised with 3 additional charges? That sounds reasonable, no? But we're dealing with Johnny Somali here. There's nothing reasonable about this person. His turning point would be on March 12th, a few days—
Yo, I appreciate that, gang.
—after that trial, when he proclaimed that he was the bastion of evil, that he was gonna die out with a bang for his fans, signaling that he was about to escalate things even further. Additionally, it seemed like the streaming platform he was on loved him quite a bit, and they were known to offer very big deals for some streamers to stream there exclusively.
Why are y'all signing? What's up with these streaming platforms that just sign everybody, bro? You can't just sign somebody just because they have a little bit of clout. Do a little bit of research. What the fuck? There's a reason why Kick is going through what it's going through right now, because they just signed all of the people that were banned off Twitch, and then they started attracting all of these toxic creators that just fucked up their image.
He showed off on his Discord that he was negotiating with them for a deal that would pay him up to $10,000 a month just for streaming on their platform. So it seemed like he wasn't just about to do this for attention, he was also about to do this to get their approval and finalize the contract. This is when an opportunity would present itself. When Johnny used to be on Kick, he would stream with a bunch of other Kick streamers sometimes, traveling together. After his numerous controversies and the fact that he got banned off the platform, those same streamers would start avoiding him. You see, Kick isn't too different from Twitch. When you get banned from Kick and appear on someone else's stream, they risk getting banned for aiding your ban evasion. So even if they wanted to collab with him, they couldn't. Otherwise they would get banned because he was banned from Kick. A couple of Kick streamers that Johnny was familiar with made their way to Seoul, and he saw this as the perfect opportunity to stalk their location and harass them while trying to get them banned. In his mind, this was going to be the kind of content that will make Party finally sign him by seeing his potential.
I've been here. Listen, I've been here to be my friend homeless. Nana, remember we talked in Japan? Remember?
So obviously they were uncomfortable.
Why is he terrorizing them, bro?
They were going the other direction. They wanted to avoid
PowerChat.live. What the fuck is that?
him as much as possible, but he kept following them. But Johnny wasn't really getting the reaction he wanted, so he ended this by screaming the N-word, hard R, multiple times, forcing these two streamers to mute or even end their stream so that they don't get banned on Kick for hate speech.
Wow.
Those two streamers immediately went to the police
Yo, did he stream snipe them?
and filed a police report against him. One of those two streamers is a Japanese streamer by the name of Nana, and she said, "I didn't want to, but I had to sue Johnny Somali. No matter how many times I ran away, he just kept following me."
I didn't want to, but I had to sue Johnny Somali. No matter how many times I ran away, he kept following me. That's harassment, bro.
According to Legal Mindset, this could add the charges of stalking and harassment to his upcoming trial on April 9th. The guy's collecting as many charges as he can, like he's playing Pokemon or something. But that's not even close to...
Yeah, he don't want to see the light of day. He don't want freedom. Bro, he's begging to be locked up, and they just keep sparing him. I'm not gonna lie, Korea is way better than America, bro. America, it's like they looking for an excuse to lock you up, bro. Korea, they just letting him slide.
Everything he's done ever since proclaiming that he was the bastion of evil. After the police report was filed, he would go to a love hotel with his boyfriend Hank and start dancing. This happiness experienced by this loving couple wouldn't really last so long when Johnny realizes that a police report was just filed against him by those two Kick streamers. So he asked Hank to call the police and try to dismiss his case. But since the guy isn't a lawyer and Johnny was actually in the wrong, it didn't go his way at all.
증거 없으면 기각시키면 안 되는 거 아니에요?
He said since there's no evidence, it was literally on stream, bro.
네. Why he not speaking English? 네.
Why he not speaking English? Maybe because you're in South Korea. What? Yo, you can't make this shit up.
기각시키면 안 되는 거 아니에요? 네. Why he not speaking English? 네.
그 행위에 대한 걸 다 따질 거니까 그때 소말리 본인이
네.
나는 억울하다 이런 적 없다고 소명하시고 그거에 대해서 증거를 못 찾으면
Can I talk to him? What is he saying? Tell me.
이해하시면 돼요.
알겠습니다. What is he?
You know, this was a 2-minute call. The officer was as patient as he could be for someone like Johnny, even though he didn't deserve it at all. But yeah, Hank couldn't get it dismissed. If anything, he made it worse. But just as you thought that things couldn't get worse, Johnny goes live brandishing a firearm, okay, which is illegal to
I think that's fake. Do you think that's a real firearm?
do on a live stream. Now, thankfully, this gun isn't real, but replicas are also under very strict control from the South Korean authorities. So what he's doing here is still considered illegal and can also be an extra charge in his court case. While he was doing this, he was prank calling South Korean emergency services. So
How is he not in jail?
911, but in South Korea, potentially distracting them from saving lives. This dude belongs in a mental asylum. But that's not all that happened during his multi-day crash out. He was so desperate to get that party deal that he was doing the dumbest things in public and getting away with it, like here.
Berto sent $10.
What is going on? Of course. Of course, bro. What's up with this Nazi shit, man? This shit is not funny. This shit is cringe.
This guy just sits there, right? He wakes up in the morning and he's like, what's the most controversial thing I can do today, right? That's his whole life at this point. But what he did next was unexpected, even for people who covered
No, this isn't a YouTube video. It's fine.
his antics all the time. He decided to do what he's always done, being a public nuisance, but this time while barely wearing anything and acting like a crazy person. Watch.
They want to charge me for doing twerking on the subway. I'm allowed to twerk.
Hey,
in public.
yo.
Boom, 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 boom. I want to invite her.
Nah, he's actually zesty. Hey, yo! Ooh. See his nutsack, bro.
Korea number one. Yeah. Korea number.
Yeah, he's definitely on drugs, bro. There's no way that you do this shit sober. I know he was exposed that he was taking pills and shit. He's one of these people that just make streaming look bad.
Korea number one. Call the police. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Go, 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 go.
So as you can see, not just being a public nuisance, being half naked, but also taunting the police, saying, call them. And even though it's not Christmas yet, Johnny got the wish that he wanted. He got arrested shortly after. He showed this off on his Discord, saying they got the whole station working, proud of the fact that he disrupted operations just for his case. Shortly afterwards, his friend or boyfriend, I'm not sure what their relationship is, Hank, showed up to translate for him and told the police that he's just like George Floyd, whatever that means. I mean, seriously, like, I wonder what their reaction was, because I wouldn't know how to react. It's ridiculous. He got interrogated by the police and illegally recorded the audio saying he's going to sell it, really pushing the limits when it comes to the South Korean judicial system, because shortly afterwards he was released, showing that they're way too lenient on a nutcase like him.
I'm surprised he's not in jail awaiting his trial, bro, because in America, like, that's how it goes.
But don't worry, it wasn't as victorious as Johnny had hoped, because after his little stunt, Party decided to do the unthinkable in his eyes and suspend him. He is not going to be getting that $10,000 a month deal, and he doesn't have a streaming platform to stream on any longer. They were the only ones willing to put up with his bullshit, and he managed to ruin even that. Messages from the owners of Party actually leaked, and this is what they had to say about him. Man, lol, he's done for, huh? Don't be sad it's over, be happy it happened. He is done. Yeah, lol. Should we delete the vid? Erase the evidence from the Korean feds, lol? Good idea, lol. We should. We don't want to, but we should. I know, right? Lol. If I ever get like this on stream, please stop me. Okay, lol. So it seems that they obviously found him entertaining and liked him, but they had to get rid of his ass because they didn't want to get in trouble with South Korean law enforcement. I think part of the reason why he would do something like this is for attention, is to try and get that $10,000 a month deal from Party, but also because he's really hoping to be able to plead insanity in the upcoming case, but that's not really going to work. Alaric Node is another lawyer following this case closely, and he argues that just in those last couple of days, ever since he stalked those kick streamers up until the point where he streamed half naked, he has broken multiple laws, including, but not limited to, act on special cases concerning the punishment of sexual crimes. That's for the stalking and harassment. Next up, we have the Information and Communications Network Act, because he created deepfakes of him kissing another female streamer without her consent. The same night he was brandishing the rifle on stream, he was also making prank calls to South Korean emergency services. That's another crime under obstruction of business. Showing off the gun is yet another crime. Act on the safety of management of guns, swords, and explosives, etc. And when he went out in public half naked, this classifies under public obscenity and disorderly conduct, as well as disturbing order. The officers, when they finally approached him, he refused to stop streaming or follow their orders. This is another violation, obstruction of the execution of official duties. Not to mention the fact that he recorded the interrogation, that's another crime as well. Johnny has always been a madman, but streaming half naked, calling for police to come and arrest him, and taunting them, that's just ridiculous at this point. All the lawyers following this, all the content creators reporting on this, including myself, hope that on April 9th, he'll be getting a reckoning that would stop anyone else from coming up with any of his...
Yeah, they gotta make an example out of him, bro. He's got that many charges, they gotta just throw him the book, bro. But he really needs to sit there and really understand the severity of what he did. He really got to sit there and really, like, he's poking the bear, bro. He's trying to see what you can give him. And he's probably thinking that he's not going to get no time. Like, he thinks he's probably going to get a slap on the wrist. Maybe they might have him in there for a little bit, or they just kick him out the country and then he can go to the next spot and just start everything all over again. Maybe he might go to like Taiwan.
Ideas when it comes to doing this in countries that they have the privilege of visiting. We'll see what happens. But for now, thank you so much for watching until the end, and also
Damn. That's tough, bro. By now, he's getting banned off platforms I never heard of. Your Honor, my client would like to request a 1-month adjournment. To come up with a better defense? No, to extend that list.